Well, over a dozen mayors and civic leaders representing all 18 cities across the county attended the San Diego Rescue Mission's 4th Annual Mayors Symposium to discuss regional solutions to homelessness. San Diego Rescue Mission President and CEO Donnie joins me now to recap the symposium. Good morning, Donnie. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Always good to be with you guys.
So tell me exactly what happened. This is the 4th year you guys have done this. You're essentially bringing everybody together to discuss what has been an ongoing problem and one that I think is affecting every single community here in San Diego.
Yeah, no question. It was 4 years ago that we invited the mayors down to the San Diego Rescue Mission because as an organization that doesn't take any government funding, we didn't think they knew who we were or what we did. So we gave them a tour of our facility and it was just more informational and relational, and we were pleased with the number of mayors that showed up. So we did it again at Lomas Santa Fe Country Club. Then we did it again at Lomas Santa Fe Country Club. And then on Monday we had our 4th Annual Mayors Symposium, and this was the first year that had all 18 cities present and the county. And I was very pleased with our agenda. I was happy with what we discussed. I think that one of the things we have to do to change homelessness is break down the silos. I was on here a couple of weeks ago with Paul and we talked about that there's way too many silos. We're all out there doing our own thing. And the cities are an example of that. There are 18 cities with 18 different mayors and 18 different city councils that get elected to think about their city. So they're not just going to naturally think about a regional approach as it relates to homelessness. But if we don't think about this thing regionally, we're never going to change homelessness in San Diego. And so Monday was an attempt to get the mayors to think more regionally.
And what is it when you're talking about attacking this regionally? I know you guys have expanded in the last few years to really kind of reach more North County and some of the different areas, but what needs to happen in order for because I think a lot of people would sit here and say they haven't seen any change. There hasn't been improvement.
Well, I think it has gotten worse, and I agree with those people that as you walk around, just the eyeball test, it tells you that this situation is getting worse. And I think to think more regionally means that, and we're leading the way because we're opening up shelters, and ultimately you can't help somebody on the streets unless you have beds. And so we're opening up a North County shelter, lighthouse, a South County lighthouse, an East County lighthouse, and those are all to complement our 300-bed rehabilitation facility downtown. We got to get the mayors to work together. They don't all have to do the same thing. You do safe parking lot, you do transitional housing, you do detox. And so we're having those conversations about what we could all do as a community to benefit the people in the region that they live.
Now, you are involved in the situation so closely. So do you believe that that is what needs to change, is that there has to be more detox facilities, that and mental health are two of the main issues that are the reasons why people are remaining on the streets as what we have seen over the last several years?
I think we have a lot of services and I think we have a lot of programs. I think if we could better coordinate those, we probably wouldn't have to launch too many new programs and services, but right now we're all operating in silos. And so my encouragement to city and to municipalities and my encouragement to other service providers is let's figure out a way to work together. I told Paul a couple weeks ago that I think what we need is a homeless czar. Former Mayor Faulkner, former Mayor Sanders, somebody that has the influence that can pull the organizations together and begin to direct traffic. What worked 30 years ago when the homeless problem wasn't as bad as it is today isn't going to work today. And so we've got to change the way we do things. And that's a message that we preached on Monday, and that's a message that we continue to preach at the San Diego Rescue Mission.
So what happens now?
Well, what happens next is we continue to build out the plan. Our goal is to build these lighthouses. We've received a generous contribution from the Lucky Duck Foundation. They're going to fund us in our first year to give us $10,000 for every new bed that we bring online in North County and East County. That is an incredible incentive. And we built a partnership with Vista. Vista is a true partner that we can work with. They give us a building, they renovate it, we pay to operate. And so together we build this public-private partnership. And I think if we can do more of that throughout the county, I really believe with all of my heart we can change homelessness in San Diego.
Donnie D, thanks for making time for us on this Wednesday.
Good to see you.
All right.